that you saw from the guys that were available to play for you tonight?
Yeah, I mean, they just, like I said before the game, we prepared to win the game, played the young guys late. The performances by those guys was really impressive. You get David Rody with 13 rebounds, 7 offensive rebounds. Curtis 13 points, Pick 11 and 6 playing the point guard position, and Julian Strother 25 points, just building off what he's been doing throughout the season. So, I was really, really proud of those guys. And we went with the young guys late, and they held on. I would say what really stands out to me is whoever plays for us, we had 30 assists. Whoever plays for us, we had 19 offensive rebounds with this group, but after the rebounds, making the right plays for each other. And if you take a lot of open shots, you're bound to score a lot of points. And that's what we've done the whole season. And for them to have that translate to guys that haven't gotten an opportunity says a lot about our group.
How would you describe the momentum that this team has right now?
It's high, but it just restarts now. We have a week to prepare. I am immensely proud, most road wins in team history, to get to 54 with all the stuff that's gone on. Just immensely proud of the group. And like I said, it was a cool way to end the year without your best guys and the sense of guys that play the most minutes and still play the right way. So it was just we feel good about ourselves, but so these other teams do too. And we know what this is going to be. The Western Conference playoffs are going to be absolutely insane.
You go in on the win streak. You know your opponent. You know your opponent very well in Minnesota. What are kind of the initial thoughts? Well, does it almost require a little less prep with as familiar as you guys are with them?
Yeah, I mean, we've played so many times over the years, playoffs, regular season. We know each other with Tim over there, and Chris Finch and Micah and those guys. So we know it's going to be a battle. I mean, it always is with that team. But I know this. You can't duck opponents, and they didn't want to duck us. We're not ducking anybody. And everybody talks about the best matchup and all these things. You don't know what's going to happen. And if you're asking to play against Kevin Durant, what? So it's the opponent's the opponent, and we have a ton of respect for them, as I know they do for us. It's going to be a hell of a series.
Nikola, it looked like he was having a decent amount of fun there in the first half, especially as you guys are making that run. Like, obviously, it's kind of an awkward, obligatory situation to some extent, but what did you just kind of see from him in terms of embracing the situation? Yeah,
and I think he embraced it because how hard those guys were playing with him. And I think there's a respect value there when he sees guys, playing for opportunities. And a guy like him that's done everything in this game, I think he respects that. And I heard that overrated. I don't know about the overrated thing. He was on pace for 46 and 16. But anyway, it seemed like he had a good time out there.
Coach, last couple of games, David Roddy has been impressive. How surprised are you, if at all, about what he can offer to this team?
Yeah, I think David, I always say this about players. If you know who you are, you give yourself a chance. And he knows what he is. He plays with physicality, great energy, hits the glass. He's a really good transition offensive player, and he competes defensively. So if you stay in your lane and you do all those things at a high level, you give yourself a chance to be a professional basketball player. And I just say this all the time. It's not the most talented players in the world in the NBA all the time. It's the guys that have figured out who they are. If you do what you do well and you stay out of the other lanes of other guys and what they do, you can look pretty good on a basketball court, and that's what David's been doing.
Coach, just with the way Roddy has been playing, do you feel like he's earned some playing time for this upcoming playoff stretch?
Oh, I don't know about that. I mean, we'll talk about all that, but we get our full complement of players. We'll decide what the rotation is going to be, not to mention I don't know who's going to be back as far as like Peyton Watson, Spencer Jones, guys like that. But I will say this. He's earned the right to have that conversation, and that's all you want as a player, to impress the coaching staff, to bring that up in a conversation. Where could he help us in a playoff game?
And then with just how well you all played and the Spurs sitting so many of their starters, did this win feel bigger because of that?
No, I think you just attack the game as you attack the game. I mean, they had De'Aaron Fox in at the end of the game, who is an all-star player, so they obviously, Vassell 33 minutes, Fox 33 minutes, Castle 30 minutes, Harrison Barnes 30 minutes. So it was impressive. But I would say our guys didn't go into this saying we're supposed to lose the game. They went in to compete, and you compete against high-level players like the Spurs have, a 60-win team. It's a great opportunity for those guys.
We've seen you coach 82 games this year. You coach with the joy. The game gets down to like an 8-point game. You can tell they've hit a couple shots. They're crashing the glass. David Roddy makes an offensive rebound. And I think Flex right in front of you. You had the biggest smile on your face. Did he say something to you, or was it just the pure joy of the moment that you realized?
It's just fun to watch guys play hard. It's a skill, and as coaches, it's what you look for. Coaching talent gets you paid. Coaching guys that work hard gives you joy. That's the bottom line. And it's to see guys like him in and out of teams, fringe, G League, all the things, two-way contracts. You have to feel good about a guy like that when he has a performance like that on ESPN, final game of the year, going into the tournament.
What are the next couple of days going to look like? How soon do you guys start getting into some of the film and figuring out the scout?
Yeah, they said we're 1:30 Saturday, which means we'll be a Tuesday start for prep. Tomorrow is a blackout day for players, but also for coaches, to allow us to get ourselves prepared for, organize the first couple of days of practice, and you kind of work your way off those practices, see what you missed, what didn't go well, fill in the blanks those days leading up to game one. Cool. Thanks.
Thanks, David.